Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the NBA coverage. It's an exciting time because we have less than a month left in the NBA, and there's going to be some movement going around. It is a tight race in the East and the West, but for sure in the West, as we'll get to, I'm going to go over, like usual, the standings. We'll go over statistical leaders. We'll also go over the playoff picture as of today. And then I'm going to open the floor up to Coach Calvin, and we're going to talk. He's going to talk about things he's seeing, things he likes, highlights and things of that, or news of the NBA. So first, in the East, we have Cleveland Cavaliers, the number one spot, Boston Celtics, number two, Knicks, three, Pacers, four, Bucks, five, Pistons, six, Hawks, seven, Magic, eight, Bulls, nine, Heat, 10, Raptors, 11, Nets, 12, 76ers, 13, Hornets, 14, Wizards, 15. Hornets and Wizards have been officially eliminated from the playoffs. In the West, we have OKC at the one spot, Houston at two, Nuggets at three, Lakers at four, Memphis at five, Warriors at six, Timberwolves at seven, Clippers at eight, Kings at nine, Suns at 10, Mavs at 11, Trailblazers at 12, Spurs at 13, Pelicans at 14, Jazz at 15. Pelicans and Jazz have been officially eliminated from the playoffs. Some statistical leaders. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 32.8 points per game for the OKC Thunder. Sabonis, rebounds per game, 13.9 for the Sacramento Kings. Assists per game, Trae Young, 11.4 for the Atlanta Hawks. Steals per game, Daniels, 3.1 for the Atlanta Hawks. Blocks per game, Kessler, 2.4 for the Utah Jazz. Field goal percentage, Jared Allen at 70.3% for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Three-point percentage, Seth Curry for the Charlotte Hornets at 45.8% from the three. Free throw percentage, Steph Curry for the Warriors at 92.9%. Josh Hart at minutes per game at 37.7 for the New York Knicks, and turnovers per game, 4.8, Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks. And real quick, playoff picture, if it were to happen today, Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics are at 1-2. They will play the winner of the play-in tournament. Play-in tournament is going to be, as of right now, Hawks versus Magic, and then Bulls versus Miami. The first round for East is going to be Knicks versus Pistons, and then Pacers versus Bucks. In the West, OKC and Rockets are at 2. They will play the winners of the play-in tournament between Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Clippers, and Sacramento Kings versus the Suns. First round will be Denver Nuggets versus the Warriors, Lakers versus Memphis Grizzlies. And now I'm going to open up the floor to Coach Calvin.
Where are you seeing that? Send that to me.
It is. Do you have the score app?
Hold on.
Because I have it on the score app where it has like all that stuff.
Shit. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me take off my Oh fuck.
Then we got that blur.
Yeah. This what you looking at?
Yes.
That okay. I was
Yeah.
making all right, cool. Yeah, I was just making sure and everything. Um Sheesh. So where's the play in and everything? Who's that between again? Say that again. What seeds?
So it's going to be 7 seed versus 8 seed for the East. So Hawks versus Magic, and then Bulls versus Miami as of today.
Okay. Okay. And then obviously OKC plays the Clippers and Lakers play the Grizzlies. Is that how it is?
Um, no, OKC will play. Well, if the Clippers win, so you might be looking at like a projected because the play-in for the West is Timberwolves, Clippers, and Sacramento Suns. So 7 or 8 seater to be determined.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know why it has it like that on here.
And I think that might be like predictions.
Okay, go over the play-in and everything again. Who plays that the first game?
Hawks and Magic, Bulls, Heat.
Hawks and Magic. I'm gonna take the Magic on that, and then Bulls and Heat. I think I'm gonna take the Bulls.
The Bulls on that one.
Hmm.
And then for Timberwolves Clippers,
That's gonna be a dogfight, I feel like.
yeah, because Clippers they're playing way better now that Kawhi's back in the lineup.
My thing is, do you match up Kawhi on a Anthony?
I feel like you almost
That's a
have to.
lot. That's a lot on the defensive side, and then to produce that on the offensive side, that's a lot of, you know what I'm
That's all
saying?
I ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
and the
man,
Clippers they need to win two to make it because they're the lower seed.
damn, that's a hard one. What do you think?
I want to say Timberwolves.
I want to as well, but like,
I think it's tough to say because it will be because the Clippers team again. It's not the same Clippers team that we've been seeing this season because now you have Kawhi back. You still got James Harden and what he's been doing, which he's been playing like at an all-star level this year. So it's gonna be tough. And then we still have the Sacramento Kings and the Suns. I actually think I'll take the Sacramento Kings on that one. I think Sacramento Kings have been playing a lot more consistent than the Suns have this year. Now, I do want to mention, since we're talking about it, I talked about that dogfight in the West because there's still going to be movement. Because from the Houston, Denver, Lakers, Grizzlies, they're all separated by 3 games, 2.5 games. And then even the Warriors are right in there in the mix if you extend it out to a 5 game difference between 2 and the 6 spot. So, like earlier last week, LA was at the 2 spot. Before LeBron got hurt, LA was at the 2 spot. They dropped down to the 5th spot. Then they moved up to the 3rd spot. Now they're the 4th spot. This all has happened within a week because they're so tight. That race is going to be real tight. And then the Timberwolves, they're only a half game behind the Warriors. So there's a chance that the Warriors could slide into the play-in tournament. In the East, it's tight, but it's not as the gap's not as big. It's between the 3 seed and the 6 seed. They're all separated by 5 games as well. So the Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, and Pistons, there could potentially be a lot of movement there because Pacers and Bucks are only a game off. Bucks and Pistons are a game off. Pacers and Knicks is a 3 game difference. So it really a lot of these teams are going to have to finish strong to either keep their spot or to move up to their spots. Between 6 and 7, there's a pretty big gap. So I don't think there's going to be any movement for the Hawks moving up. But from 4 to 6, or from 4 to 6, 2 game difference. 3 to 6 is a 5 game difference. So and there's going to be I think there will be a lot of moving around there.
bro,
Also, some news: Anthony Davis makes his return after missing 18 games. Do you think they have enough to do you think they have enough to make things shake? Because right now, Mavs and Suns are both 25 games behind, right? So, and they both have the exact same record. So between the Mavs and the Suns, whoever wins the most games from now to the end of the season gets in the play-in. So the Suns, if you're the Suns, you got to basically try to win out because you don't know how many more games. The Mavs team with a healthy AD is a way more dangerous team than obviously when he's not playing. So Suns have to really bunker down. And even Dallas is only 2 games or really a game and a half behind Sacramento for that 9th spot. Dallas could make a move here to get into the play-in tournament.
hmm
So what are your thoughts on like the movement that we could potentially see in the East and the West? Like who do you think right now has the most potential to finish the season strong?
let me go back to it.
Mm-mm. It's that moonshine right here, cuz.
Bro, the Pistons.
You think they got the most potential?
No, I'm saying like they got a lot of like hype around them right now.
Oh yeah, Kate Cunningham's playing at a very high level.
They have obviously, I mean, the Cavs right now, I mean, they're up 5 games and everything. Like they sealed the deal. Um, bro, I'm just looking at it right now. Bro, I can already tell what the East is gonna be like. It's gonna be between the Cavs and the Celtics, I feel like.
You think so?
Cause like, dude, the Knicks, like, cause like I said this on the podcast before, like, did the Knicks really get better?
I actually think they got better from a talent standpoint. I think the only problem for the Knicks is consistency. Now Jalen Brunson has been out. He was out for a little bit. And the fact they're still at the third seed is a testament to them winning the games they needed to win. Now they did go through a slump there, but they're still the number 3 seed. And they have a decent, decent lead, 2.5, no, 3 games above the Pacers. So they got some breathing room. I don't. For me, Knicks, it's a consistency play. If they can come out and play their A game consistently, I think they have a shot to upset Boston. I don't know about Cleveland, but I do think they have a solid chance of upsetting Boston. But again, Boston and Cavs out of the East are the two teams playing the best ball year round.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'll
And
say though, I'll say this. Damn, the Warriors creep back up.
hey, Jimmy Butler has turned that organization around, dude.
Maybe that was a good pickup.
Yeah, at one point, I don't know where it's at now, but at one point they won 13 of their 15 on
Damn.
like a 15 game run. They've been winning. Like they're out of the play in as of right now. They're a half game ahead of Timberwolves though. So that's the
Dude,
thing with the Timberwolves.
the Rockets got a lot of hype around them right now.
They do.
That's a
Now
young that you got two young teams that are leading the West right now. That's kind of scary.
now do you think that's gonna be a double-edged sword when it comes to playoff? I don't necessarily think for OKC because they're
They're
starting to get a
that
little
many
more.
13 games back?
You said it again?
13 games back is what the Thunder.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 13 games ahead of their second seed in the West. Yeah. Yeah. I think OKC comes out the West. I think that's almost a done deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only team that may give them trouble is the Lakers because I mean they've been playing pretty well, pretty
Yeah.
well.
And they've been playing well with like the game they didn't have Luca, LeBron, AR-15, like with their basically they didn't have their
Bronny's
starters.
been playing too, bro.
Yeah, even with their key guys being out, obviously winning wise, they didn't win a lot, but just the performance of the individuals with their starters out, they've been playing well. You get LeBron's back in the fold; he's played his second game back. So if you can get a healthy Lakers team going into the playoffs, again, they were a healthy Lakers team was second in the West, and they worked their way up to second.
Hmm. But that's still,
So
scary, bro. Like two young teams that are leading the pack right now.
I mean, even in the East, like Boston's not too young, but Cavs are a decently young team too.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this before we wrap up. Who give me Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals? Who are you thinking?
Damn. Cavs, Cavs, Celtics. My fault.
Have still okay. Who do you have in the West?
I'm gonna say Thunder's Lakers, bro. You can never count out LeBron.
You're right.
You can never count out LeBron, bro. And then you got Luca too. Like when it's like you got those two guys when it's game time, like when you need a bucket.
And and they have a top five offense and a top five defense when they're healthy, when they have their guys. And I do want to take this time because I believe E.O. Jackson Hayes an apology. I know you don't like him.
All right, guys, that's the end of the podcast. We'll catch you next time, guys. We will.
All I want to say is we had a
Yeah, that,
conversation.
that boy is playing. He is hooping. He
Number
is.
one rated center since the AD trade. Defensively, number one rated center. Like I said, they
I
didn't
am
need him
sorry,
to.
Jackson Hayes. I was not familiar with your game. What Shaq be saying.
Like I said, he didn't need to come out and score 20, 25 points. Pick and roll, he's a monster. He's protecting the rim and he's just playing good fundamental defense, protecting the rim, sliding on help defense. When somebody penetrates to the goal, he's there to alter the shot or get him to pass the ball up. I'm excited to see the Lakers go on a run here in the playoffs, or I'm hoping that they go on a run here with a revitalized Lakers team with, like you said, Luca, LeBron, AR-15s playing phenomenal. Connect is starting to get more consistent from a shooting standpoint. You got Jared Vanderbilt 3 and D. You got Gabe Vincent 3 and D.
Like, dude, that's a dangerous team. You
You
literally
Finney Smith, yeah,
have Luca, you have LeBron, you have AR, you got Dalton, which is a bigger AR damn near. Like, I
yeah,
mean, it's crazy. You got Rui that's still there. That's
yeah,
like them. You
dog,
got like, bro, what's the guard play? Like, I mean, you got Bronny that's coming alive now and everything. Like, what
yeah,
like it's kind of crazy how everything like played out.
yeah.
And I was worried about the defensive side and everything, not having AD and everything there. It came back to bite me in the ass, man. It really did.
Like
So
their defense is elite now. But I believe that's all I had. If you had any other notes you wanted to mention before we hop off,
nah, bro, that's pretty much it. That's what I had.
fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are winding here down on season two of the NBA coverage, and I'm excited to see how the play-in and playoff tournament unfolds, and we'll be covering all that for you guys. So it's another episode of the NBA coverage. We'll catch you guys next time.
I ain't gonna chase my dreams. My